Do you agree that you're a brave person in
I-
real life?
I am. And I think a lot of that comes because I want to survive.
She put on this weight, but not the same reaction when you lost that weight.
I know.
It's
I was
crazy.
hoping it would be the same.
And I was just thinking of,
Okay, you're giving me goosebumps. Today I'm financially independent. तो लोग 100 चीज़ बोल देना मुझे फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता है. But अगर मैं किसी पे dependent थी, I wouldn't be the person that I am today. I wish I had a mentor. I wish I had somebody who could tell me this is how you conduct yourself. This is what happens when shit hits the roof. I will never, ever pull the rug off another girl's feet. I'm a girl's girl. I'm a survivor. I'm a hustler. I love what I do. You know, I have serviced so many versions of what people wanted me to be that now I don't give a shit.
she took on debt to go to acting school. And then after that, she quit casting so that she could act. For her first film, she gained 30 kilos. And then for consecutive projects, she shed them as well. She's just come off a crazy year, and here she is as Rita. Daldal is going to see Bhumi Pednekar in a form or a roop, as they say, as never before. And she's with me, Rotalks, on Just to Filmy. Hi, Bhumi. How are you?
I'm good.
Wow, I was just going through, like, what does Bhumi mean to me? And it's so lovely because fans can do that for you, right? Okay, what does an actor mean to you? And I was just thinking of,
Okay, you're giving me goosebumps.
whatever you've done, I'm not saying as an actor, as a person is extremely courageous. And I want to ask you सबसे पहले कि कौन सी दुकान से खरीदते हैं भूमि पेडनेकर ये courage? इसके साथ शुरू करते हैं. Do you agree that you're a brave person in real life?
I am.
Yeah, na?
Most certainly am. And I think a lot of that comes because I want to survive. I want to make sure I reach where I'm meant to reach. And I don't want to let any tough phase dictate what my character is.
Absolutely. And I think characters are two for actors. One is the character that you're playing on the screen, and the other one is your own character. And I feel like there is so much there because you will do everything to make your on-screen character come alive. But how do you keep your character intact, happy, and also joyous? Because it's not an easy business.
I think for most of my career, what kept me, I was so fast-paced about everything that I did not realize that taking care of myself is as important. I spoke about it.
Yeah.
I gave a lot of gyan about it because I thought I was doing everything right. Taking care of my health, eating right, and going to the gym. I have a beautiful family, and thank God for that. And I was like, what? Nothing is wrong. But what I didn't realize is that through the 10 years, there was so much, because there are ups and downs.
Yes.
Right? And
Yes.
I think if you're a resilient person, you want to run past your failure because you're like, on to the next thing.
Yes.
You try not process it because you feel like it'll weaken you.
Yes.
And I think that's the biggest change I've had in myself.
How amazing.
This
So are
year.
you saying that did you give yourself time to take stock for the first time ever?
100%.
And what did that look like for you?
It was a very tough choice because usually when you decide that you want to step back a little, you're just expected to let the world know, and you are just, there's just so much contemplation or what is, and I didn't want any of that because I wasn't doing this for effect. I was purely doing this for myself.
Yeah, you didn't make an announcement of any sort.
Because what am I announcing? I was like, okay, fine, in a year or 10 months, I'll again be on a film set. So
Sure.
I did not what am I to tell people that, I want some time off? No, I just felt like I did not want it to be a publicity thing.
Sure.
And, that's how it would be imagined.
Sure.
So I just thought, okay, let me step back. I was still in the public eye, but I was doing different things. I was at Conclave speaking about climate. I was on an entrepreneurial journey. I was in Harvard studying. I was just at various international platforms speaking about things that matter to me. I did work with the UNDP. I worked on myself. I worked on my mental health. I have been my most spiritual, potent self in these past few months, and it has given me so much courage, so much calm. Because I've surrendered, right? I'm like, there's a larger scheme of things, and I am nothing in that. In this, I'm a speck in this universe, not even.
Yeah. So you surrendered to the film called Life?
I think so. That's exactly what I did.
It's amazing. I just found it so crazy how you were willing to put on 30 kilos when you said you'll embrace the camera for the first time. And everyone lauded you, I remember, saying that, wow, she put on this weight. But not the same reaction when you lost that weight.
I know.
It's crazy.
I was hoping it would be the same though.
लोगों को अच्छा नहीं लगा कि भूमि पेडनेकर ने weight lose किया. And I remember talking on a video about it.
I remember that.
You remember that?
Yes.
Because I just found that extremely hypocritical. What's the problem if, we want to look the way we do? Because I just feel like that is so patriarchal too. And comes from men and women.
Oh yeah, 100%. There were so many women that were part of this conversation.
How did you negotiate, that at that point?
I did not process it at then because it came as such a rude shock to me.
Yeah.
I honestly it was very, very tough for me. It was really tough for me. And I think a lot of it was also because I think a lot of women were part of that conversation.
Yeah.
And that really broke my heart.
Yeah.
But I was expecting to be like applauded for it because I really worked so hard. I did it for a character, and then there were so many theories around it. Every choice that I made for myself at that point was questioned. And see, there was some constructive criticism in there as well.
Okay.
Which I picked up.
Sure.
Because I think it was also about the way it was communicated.
Yes.
Right? Yes. When there is kindness and when there is intent, where the intent is only that, hey, we love you when you do these things and whatever, like we miss you in those things. And I was like, okay, I hear you.
Yeah.
I do hear you. And the girl in me wanted to try different things, and I'm still going to try different things. I don't think that's ever going to stop.
Change,
like no public opinion is going to change that. But there was just so much harshness that came my way, and it was my faith that took me through it. It was all the meditation that I did. It was obviously my family, my friends. I have an incredible ecosystem. Like they are incredible. They are warriors. The way they stand with me every time shit goes wrong, can't explain. Right? And shit's gone wrong many times in the past as well. But I did not have whatever that other power is holding my hand through this. This time I did. And it really has changed my perspective on many things.
I'm so glad. Thank you for that, because it makes us all believe that we can come out of a hard day and we can look like Bhumi does. But what also fascinated me when I was thinking about what does Bhumi mean to me, it's also how you have been who you are in the face of not having, the quintessential godfather, as they say. And it's become such a wasted debate now, this insider-outsider. But I still feel that you represent that hope for anyone who comes here and wants a shot.
I really hope I do.
You do?
I really do, because, with every piece of work that I do, I just want to make sure that I open doors for more people.
Yeah.
That is because I wish I had a mentor. I wish I had somebody who could tell me, this is how you conduct yourself, this is what happens when shit hits the roof. So when you don't belong to a certain echo chamber, you don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Your family is not equipped to, they're obviously going to be there, right? But they don't know how this world works. So you feel really lonely, and I don't want anybody to go through that. So I really hope that if anybody who is in a similar situation like mine wants to dip into my experience, I would really want to be there for them.
Yeah, absolutely. And going forward with this thought, what does Bhumi mean to me, was also that there are women, I read this somewhere, I actually saw a reel, very funny one recently, saying that if a woman needs to, live life on her own terms, in today's day and age, she has to be at top of her business.
Yes.
Because only then she can be provided the privilege of being single. Only when she's making her own money and nobody's there telling her what to do. It resonated with me so deeply because we have to work harder.
Absolutely.
You know, कोई नहीं है यार भूमि,
कोई नहीं है,
ऊपर नहीं है, नीचे नहीं है, आगे नहीं है, पीछे नहीं है, कोई है भी नहीं जिसके पास जाकर at the end of the day who can absorb that shock, right? So that too, do you resonate with this?
100%. You know, and it is just not emotionally, right? But it is also that when you've built an ecosystem, you have to make sure that machinery is fueled.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like financial independence is such an important part of this conversation.
Yeah.
Today I'm financially independent. तो लोग 100 चीज़ बोल देना, मुझे फ़र्क ही नहीं पड़ता है. But अगर मैं किसी पे dependent थी, I wouldn't live my life. I wouldn't be the person that I am today.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, तो मैं तो हर लड़की को बोलती हूँ कि financial independence से बड़ी कोई freedom है
नहीं है, बहन,
है
just do
ही
it.
नहीं.
Absolutely. And I see all of this emerge in Rita. And that's how when I watched the show, because I did this before I watched the show. And the show, I must say, is absolutely wonderful because it gives you one more layer to the cop, the female cop.
Yes.
And I think that is what makes Daldal special.
Yes.
If you had to differentiate, because all of your contemporaries, in fact, the day that Daldal drops, we have Mardaani that's on the big screen.
Yes.
And oh my God, Rani ma'am, like
she's incredible, man.
Like,
she
we
is.
love you.
I mean, the day the trailer dropped, I sent her like a long message because I am her fan and I love the Mardaani fan. I mean, think about it. I think it came out maybe 10 years ago, the first film.
Yeah.
The franchise is still on.
Yeah.
So kudos to her, man.
Yeah.
She has opened doors for so many of us and given us hope that we can have a solo film franchise in this man's world. You know, she has been at it and kudos to her. I really hope the film does so well.
Yeah. And where does the woman go now? Because that's interesting. Because now we've empowered our women.
Yeah.
Okay. But are we ready for because anyone you empower, power ka misuse ho sakta hai. In the generation of women being empowered on screen, at some point, like the men, they could also turn toxic. And I love the fact that you already kind of flirted with that idea in Daldal. And I'll say flirted because I've watched the show. I don't want to reveal anything. What a great premise, you know, for women to be not just empowered. I think this is a journey, right? Where tomorrow they could also be empowered and they could be flawed.
Yeah.
So how lovely is it to play this?
That's the reason I did it.
Yeah.
Because when I read the script, I was like, okay, here is a protagonist that has every trait of being the antagonist. Here is a hero that is full of anti-hero traits. She has so much darkness. She's so broken. She's so flawed. She has so much violence and anger and guilt and disappointment. She doesn't want to be noticed. She just doesn't want to exist. Yet she's a cop.
Yeah.
She chose the better life. She's resilient.
Yes.
Every time she wears that uniform, there's something in her that brings her back.
Yeah.
You know, and she's so deprived of love. And it's all self-inflicted at this point. There is so much love coming her way, but she's like, she doesn't want it because there's so much trauma that she's still dealing with.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You know, and it was exactly this reason that I got an opportunity to flirt with the most bare human instinct, because we all have a killer in us, right? It is only your circumstance that pushes that personality aggressively ahead.
Sure.
You know, you see the saintest, or if that's a word, the most sane person, saintly is the word, do some really heinous things and you're like, but what happened? You don't know what triggers it. And I strongly believe a lot of that also has to do with your childhood, generational trauma. There's so much that a mother sends into that child.
Oh my God, that angle. Oh.
So much, you know. So I was like, I get to experience every layer of a baddie without being one.
Thank you for that. Do you consider the word hustle being associated with you? Because I've heard it about you. She's a hustler, yeah. But I'll tell you something. 5 years ago, this was a good word. And the connotations of that somehow have now become slightly different.
Interesting.
Where are you on the hustle meter?
Yeah, I am a hustler. I'm a survivor.
Yeah.
What are hustlers? They're survivors. You know, they are going to make sure they come out a winner.
No matter what.
No matter what. And I'm here to do that, you know. So, be it my acting, be it my entrepreneurial journey, be it everything that I do, you know, my priorities are very clear. I don't want to step over people. I will never, ever pull the rug of another girl's feet. I would never do that. I want to create a very healthy, positive ecosystem that grows with me while I grow. I've had this clarity since my first film, and I don't think that's ever gonna change. I'm a girl's girl, I'm a survivor, I'm a hustler. I love what I do, and I'm only gonna keep getting better with every passing piece of work, especially now, because I found myself again. I was lost for the last year. And I've come back so strong that I know whatever I shoot, especially from now on, I'm not going to give them, there'll still be misses.
Sure.
But I know that there was no corruption in my work.
How brilliant. How brilliant. When we think of you, we always look at you as this one person, you know, and that's also crazy because I feel like you've managed to keep your personal life extremely personal.
Yes.
And that is a big win, Bhumi, because there are two things here. One is that you're a private person and you're entitled to that.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing that people have to respect about it. But the other is also that you're also there kind of taking all of this with your own self. So I want to ask you, what does it take to stay or stand by yourself at all times? Because you are very aware of that image. Whenever we see you on a red carpet, it's amazing. It's you, that outfit, and your sort of relationship with the paps.
Yeah.
What do you feel about it? Do you feel that we're in the space today as women to just be with ourselves?
You know, I have serviced so many versions of what people wanted me to be that now I don't give a shit.
I love it. Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm literally just being myself.
Amazing.
You might think कि पता नहीं इतना fashion क्यों कर रही है. I've heard it all.
Yeah.
You know, क्या ज़रूरत है? इतनी अच्छी actor है. Why does she need to do so? Just my fashion
Why does
choice.
she need abs, I've heard?
It's ridiculous. I was like, do choices that I make for myself, for my body, change how good or bad an actor I am? It doesn't. You know, I don't think a man has ever been questioned about his physique, the choices that he's made for his body, but you loosely ask women whatever you want
100%.
about whether they want to get married or no, whether they've removed a rib, whether they are, I don't know, consuming what not. Whether they are or they aren't is not the question. Who has given you the right to ask that? So now I really don't give a shit. I'm just being my most authentic self. I have clarity about who I am.
Amazing.
And I have built a beautiful audience base, you know, over the last few years. And I only want to service them.
Yeah. I think Rita is that win. Okay, it's so crazy that it's happening at the same time.
Yeah.
Because we live in this crazy karma world, right?
Yeah.
जहाँ पर आपके कर्म तीसरे दिन ही आपके सामने
100%.
पेश हो जाते हैं. And I think Rita is the manifestation of that on the screen.
Thank you.
So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Also, I want to say a word for Amrit. I think he's done really well.
He's done, and Samara and Aditya. I am not going to leave an opportunity to, like, you know, give them, to applaud them, because they are so incredible. We need actors like them coming in. You need newer talent like them. They inspire me. They have motivated me. I'm like, let's do something together and watch me. Both of you, watch me. They are so good. And Amrit, man, like, I think from doing a Gullak to doing a CA topper, now doing this, he's a chameleon. I tell him that I think our careers are very similar. You know how I've done like work that's always away from my previous work. It's the same for Amrit, and he's very, very, I think people are going to celebrate him a lot.
Before we go, because time is always little. Okay. I want to ask you, what is it that truly would make you happy professionally down the road over the next couple of years?
I don't think this is specifically for me, but this is in general what I would really deeply wish should change in general, is that I feel people should just ditch their obsession with social media and all the narratives that are built on social media.
So true.
It's all fake. It is all created. You know, I'm just waiting for a time where there is where we go back to what's honest. You know, and if it was something personally for me, I really hope, you know, the kind of films that I started my career with, you know, those small, simple, at times complicated films just do so well theatrically. And I really hope they get an opportunity and people don't judge them by a Friday number.
100%.
You know, I think good films need time to breathe.
Yeah.
Good films, especially when they are smaller in nature, okay? At times they are with newer talent, newer directors, you know, you have to give them an opportunity or we won't have newer voices.
So true.
We just won't have newer voices and that will be the end of it.
Yeah, here's to you making those films happen, because the way you're going, he Marathi mulgi je aahe, which is another thing. I never really hear you speak in Marathi. I wish I did. But maybe you'll bring that, because the way I look at you go, you're not just going to remain an actor, and that's
I think so too.
I think so too.
Yeah.
So here's to Bhumi Pednekar, the producer.
Thank you.
And here's to championing stories for women like you always have. Thank you for your time, Bhumi.
Thank you. This was incredible as always.
Oh, thank you.
Just